Kristie Ackert does a great job with the New York Daily News. Joins us here on Big Board Sports. Good morning, Kristie.
Morning.
Appreciate a few minutes. So many layers to this Matt Harvey story. I don't even know where to begin, but let me start with this one, and that is, do you think he will apologize and should to his teammates when he gets to work today?
I think he will apologize for the distraction. I'm not sure exactly to what extent he'll apologize, but I do think deep down Matt Harvey wants to be a good teammate. He tries to be a good teammate, so I think he will apologize for the distraction he's caused, yes. And do I think he should? Yeah, I do. I think, this team has been through a lot. They've been through a lot of injuries. They've been through a lot of drama, and they didn't need that this weekend. They really didn't.
And they really need Matt Harvey to start pitching well, and he really has not done that. And then let me just follow up with the story that you wrote yesterday. You believe that the Mets ASAP or sometime in the near future should look to get rid of Matt Harvey, part company with Harvey.
I think it's best for both parties. I mean, obviously they don't trust him anymore. They went to check on his, excuse for not being at the ballpark. They sent people to his apartment. There's people in there that are just have had it with him, and he needs a fresh start. I mean, this is baggage that's always going to be brought up anytime anything happens with him from now until eternity in New York. So it might be best for both of them just to part ways. I understand it's not likely to happen. Sandy Alderson does not trade low. You're not going to get a lot back for him right now. I honestly believe he won't be here next year. I think they're going to try and get him some starts, get his value up, and get him out of here. But you know what? I honestly think both parties need a fresh start.
Yeah, I agree with that. And you hit on it, is that right now probably the Mets need him to start pitching well, so they might be able to make something out of this season, especially with Noah Syndergaard out for the foreseeable future. And then the way he has pitched and the way he has behaved, I don't know who wants him right now.
Oh, I think you can always find a team that's going to take an arm, particularly an arm that flashed such talent in the past. That's not going to be a problem. You'll find somebody who could take him. Houston needs pitching. The Orioles need pitching. Somebody will always take a chance on an arm.
Hey, Kristie, Chris Honorato up here with Roger as well. We got to shout out your dad. We understand he's nearby on business this week. So Kristie Ackert of the New York Daily News with us here. I've said in the past on this show, just given what went on with Noah Syndergaard and now Matt Harvey, if this were a college football program, everybody would be calling it lack of institutional control. You're in this clubhouse, you're in the locker room, you're around this team. What is the climate like? Does it feel like it's a locker room full of rebels who just aren't going to listen to the GM or manager, or are these just a couple of guys who are kind of going rogue?
It doesn't feel that way in the clubhouse. This might be a little bit of a looser clubhouse than it has been in the past, but I think that's because you don't have any, long-term veterans in there. I think partly what you're seeing I had this presented to me yesterday that, the only similarity between Noah and Harvey right now is that you have agents basically driving the agenda here. And, you have people who see the talent of these two young guys and that they're in New York, and we can make a lot of money out of them if we create a brand. And a brand is outside of the Mets. So I think you have a lot of agendas going on with those issues right there, and Cespedes too. So I see that as more of the issue than institutional control. So to be honest, you have to admit the Mets have always had an issue, with these kinds of miscommunications and stuff. So that may be from the very top down.
Kristie Ackert, New York Daily News, with us here on the Matt Harvey story, and he will be reporting today. We'll find out what level of an apology he's ready to deliver to his team and to the organization, although he's filing a grievance, so it probably won't be to the organization. Kristie, you've been around the players. How do you think he will be received? Do you think this apology will be sincerely accepted by most of the players?
I think most of them will be fine with it if he goes out and backs it up. If he just does his job, they'll be happy with him and they'll accept him. If there's more drama, if there's constant drama, they'll have a problem with it. I mean, today is going to be a tough day for Matt Harvey. He's going to have to talk to a lot of people that he doesn't necessarily want to have a conversation with, meaning the media. And he's going to have to talk to, he's going to have to face his teammates after, the Mets publicly embarrassed him. So it'll be, there'll be people in there that are welcome with open arms. There'll be people there that are rolling their eyes.
Kristie, do you expect him to have a session with the media today? Will he be in front of his locker and media avail? Will you be able to go and get reaction from Matt Harvey on his return?
I think he will. I mean, he will be approached. There's no doubt about that if he's in the clubhouse. The Mets are smart, and I think they are trying to set up a press conference with him to get it out of the way quickly, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people there to talk to him.
I'm pretty sure, and I thought it was interesting, and maybe it doesn't have everything to do with this, but I thought it was interesting that the Mets announced yesterday that he's likely to make his first start in Milwaukee and not in New York, maybe to avoid the media, maybe to avoid the fans at Citi Field that may not be thrilled with Matt Harvey as well, doesn't want to hear maybe a few boo birds, especially if he goes out and doesn't pitch well in his first game back since this. I thought the Friday start date on the road at Milwaukee was pretty interesting. Did you find it interesting as well?
Well, yeah. I mean, I had someone tell me in my column today that it's 100% based on the fact that they're worried about how he would handle getting booed on the mound out there. And also that they think, what he's going to have to go through today is going to be emotionally draining for him. So they don't think he would be ready to pitch by tomorrow. So, this is absolutely, you get him on the road, you get him 2 starts, give him a chance to get his feet under him, and then bring him back to Citi Field. Again, they want to see him start pitching well. They need him to start pitching well. 1, because this rotation is depleted, and 2, because they're going to deal him eventually.
Hey, Kristie, if you wake up and look at the standings today, you see that the Mets have won 7 of 10, but they're still 5.5 out of first place. But they have, it wasn't all that long ago they were in the basement, even behind the Braves by half game, and now they're in second place in that NL East, although still a game under 500. Was there panic, or is there panic? I mean, it looks like Washington is going to be really difficult all year long to perhaps catch, even if the Mets are fully healthy. What is the attitude like? Maybe not amongst players, but just overall, what are you feeling in terms of the outlook for the rest of this year now, just a month and a half in?
I don't think there's panic. I mean, I think they recognize that the Nationals might be hard to catch. But then again, they just went into Washington and took a series from them. So they feel like they can compete with them. There's always a wild card, too. I mean, there's always that way to get into the playoffs, and, that's not a problem for them. The Nationals have started hot. They've had everything clicking for them for the most part. So, it's a long season. You'll see what happens down the road. Maybe the Mets get healthy and finish strong.
It'll be an interesting day. I know you'll be busy, Kristie. Look forward to reading all of your stuff. We always do in the New York Daily News. We appreciate a few minutes here on Big Board Sports.
Well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate the shout-out to my dad.
Thanks, Kristie.
Thanks, Kristie.